A federal judge has ordered Florida's governor to stop threatening local TV stations for airing a pro-choice political ad. The ad promotes a referendum in Florida's upcoming election that would protect the right to abortion until about 20 weeks into pregnancy. Right now, Florida has a 6-week abortion ban in effect. Joining me now is Chief Legal Analyst Khalif Rhodes to explain. And Khalif, 1 week ago today, we were talking about cease and desist letters there from the Florida.
Drafted by lawyers.
Drafted, but not so today after a judge.
No, well, this is a weird situation. I said exactly what the judge was going to say when we covered it originally. When the judge starts off with, it's to make it plain and simple for the state of Florida, it's the First Amendment, stupid. Yeah, you're going to lose this one. I can tell you that now. And I know the temperament of judges, and they write, and everything is through their orders. This judge was furious and frustrated that this case was even being brought before, that they had to make this decision, that they had to break it down for legal scholars to determine and figure out that this is something that we should not do. Compound that with the person that sent the cease and desist stepped down because he recognized in his letter that I can't go in the direction that this office is wanting us to go. So there's a number of things that happen, but it goes to the basics of what our First Amendment breaks down to. You're saying that you're attempting to chill my speech. You can chill speech if it's going to a compelling public interest and if it does not attack the content. It has to be content neutral. Their very first argument when they said that these ads had to come down and they needed to stop is because they were saying they spread false information. Well, the judge said, just because you disagree with it doesn't mean it is false information. I mean, he dropped 2 bombs on them right there. And so this was a classic First Amendment argument, great type of law school case, but the judge in this case 100% got it right because this is First Amendment all day. You cannot do what they were attempting to do at all.
Yeah, the group behind the ad is now suing the state.
I mean, and rightfully so. And so when I saw the lawsuit, I was like, man, they got to have standing. Their case is going to get tossed. But then when I recognized that they had this playing in 3 different markets, and 2 markets continued to play the ads. 1 market pulled the ad, so now you have standing. I have to have been damaged. That your actions have had to cost me some problems. Well, what did your actions by sending this cease and desist cost? It cost one of those stations to decide to take my ads down. Ding, ding, ding. Now I have standing. My case can go forward. If they wouldn't have taken those ads down, there wouldn't have been a lawsuit because even though they sent the cease and desist, it didn't cause you any harm. There needed to be harm. So that 1 station actually did them a favor. So now their lawsuit will be able to go forward. They'll be able to get damages, and things like this will not continue to happen. And you got to remember, in Florida, like a number of other states, after the Dobbs decision came out, it got kicked back to the states, right? They'll have a ballot, a referendum to change their constitution to say that it's protected in their state. And so this is just the tip of the iceberg of the lawsuits that we'll see regarding abortion probably for the next 20 years.
20 years, wow, okay. And Florida, just to start.
Just to start.
Hopefully not here in South Carolina, North Carolina as well, but we possibly could see those type of things.
100%. I mean, if it's challenging the constitutional rights of having an abortion on the state level, which our Supreme Court says they have to determine it, any law that's made in a General Assembly's level will be challenged to the state Supreme Court, and the only way you can get it overturned in most of these states by a constitutional amendment.
Chief Legal Analyst Khalif Rhodes, thanks.